topic is Early Kingdom. About 2500 years ago, big kingdoms developed in the Ganga Valley. Each had a well-defined territories and government. Some of these kingdoms later grew into powerful emperors. As we already know, that the Aryans lived in a villages. Aryans' lives revolved around tribe. But a drastic change came. A big change came about around this time when iron was invented. Iron began to be used on a much larger scale. The thick forest of Ganga plains had not allowed expansion in this region, but now iron helped people to clear forests, where later big settlement developed. The small tribe of earlier period gave way to large kingdom. Let's talk about the sources of information about this period. Our main sources of information about this period are Vedic texts such as Brahmanas, Upanishad and Buddhist texts. Vedic texts or Vedic literature told us this about this era. Jataka tells are the most important example of Vedic texts. These kingdoms were divided into two parts, Janapadas and Mahajanapadas. There were a little difference between Janapadas and Mahajanapadas. Let's talk about the difference. Janapadas were the small tribes of earlier period, which gave a way to large kingdom. These territories came to be called Janapadas. Janapadas were the large kingdom of earlier period. The small tribe was converted into large kingdom, that was Janapada. Mahajanapada was also a small tribe which had given shape to large kingdom. But minor difference was that Mahajanapadas were more powerful and larger than Janapadas. Janapadas were smaller and Mahajanapadas were larger than Janapadas. There were 16 Mahajanapadas in the Ganga Valley in the 6th century BCE. They were named after the ruling or the most important tribe in the era. Each Mahajanapada had a large capital. Each Mahajanapada had a huge walls of stone or bricks were built around the city. This was perhaps to resist attack by neighboring kingdoms. Mahajanapadas were of two types, republics and monarchies. Let's talk about these types. Republics. A republican Mahajanapada was ruled by a group of elected by common people. There was no king. There was no role of king. Only common people elects the people who were ruling in this kingdom. Decisions were taken by the majority of vote. Shakas were the most important example of republican Janapadas. I repeat again, there was no role of king. Only elected people were taking care of the society. The people were elected by common people and decisions were taken by majority of voting. Now let's talk about monarchies, Mahajanapadas. Monarchies were totally different from republicans. Monarchy Mahajanapada were ruled by kings. The king was very powerful. He had large army and many sources of revenue. The kingship was hereditary. The king's son succeeded him after his death. Magad, Avanti were the greatest example of monarchies Mahajanapadas. I repeat again, monarchies were ruled by king and republicans were ruled by elected people. The people elected by common people, they were taking off republican Mahajanapadas, and monarchies were under the king, and king was taking all the decision, and after his death his son became the king. The kingship was hereditary. Now it's a time to think. Which form of government, republican or monarchical, was better suited to those times? Think about this and tell me why. Why the government, monarchical or republican, was suited? Which one was suited at that time? Now think about this also. Which type of government do we have in India right now? Think and answer. Now, it's a time to go know more. Good to know. Ashwamedha. Ashwamedha was a ceremony. It was a ceremony was performed by powerful king. The king, wishing to perform the ceremony, set a horse free to roam through the kingdom of other rulers. If a king allowed this sacred horse to pass through his territory, it indicates that he had accepted supremacy of first king. But if a king stopped the horse, it means that he was challenging the authority of first king. A battle followed such a challenge. At the end of whole process, there was a grand ceremony. Kings of neighboring country were invited to it. The king who was to perform the sacrifice was proclaimed the kings of kings. The king who did ceremony was entitled as kings of king. King of kings. Priests chanted tales of his glory in future and performed rituals and sprinkled sacred water on him. At the end of ceremony, the horse was sacrificed as a gift to God. This was known as Ashwamedha. Thank you. Have a nice day.